to Houston, Texas at Daikin Park. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Houston Astros. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go. Pitching in our game today, Framber Valdez.
The spin rate on the curveball is incredible. Hitters know they're going to see a lot of them today. Stay back, be patient, and hit the ball the other way.
Ready to go? So in now for the Angels, Taylor Ward.
Fielder, Taylor Ward.
A little bit low. And we're off and rolling here in Houston. And another ball. Curve in the dirt.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
And now batting, Mike Trout. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
Trout is one of the best players of his generation. He's a fan favorite because he brings a rare combination of speed, power, and all-around talent to the team. He's exactly the type of player you want to build around.
Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit. Just not able to square it up.
Breaking ball inside. And the count is 2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
And that's ripped into left. Base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Jorge Soler up at the plate. Ball 1, no strikes. On a line. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second. And he moves up 90 feet. Runners at the corners now. 1 away. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup must be licking their chops with a lefty on the mound.
Well, to me, Boog, it shows the manager's trying to set these players up to have a big game. Facing an opposite-handed pitcher, you only get a fraction of a second longer to see the ball and decide to swing. But that can be the difference between a line drive and a swinging strike.
Nolan Shotwell in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Off the mark there, and it's 2-1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
First and third, 1 down. And he can't come up with it. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead. And he beats it. That's a hit. Great try there.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
First and second, one out. And the batter now, Zach Neto. Missed with a changeup. Ball one.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got one run in. You got to try to get another one or maybe two.
Yeah, that's fouled off. And that misses. And it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Ground ball could be 2. Slings to second to Walker, and that's 2. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Angels 1 and the Astros nothing. Back here in Houston, on the hill here today, Yusei Kikuchi. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Lined, and that's a base hit.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. Fouled off. He was late. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Pitch misses there. 1-1. That clips the corner. Runner at first with no outs here.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Yeah, that's too high.
2 strikes.
That one misses, and it's 3-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. High fly ball out towards left field. That one is back. And it hits the fence. Headed for the plate. The relay. He's safe. It's 1-1.
Man, that was a pretty good battle to play, and I'll tell you, it feels pretty good as a hitter when you grind out a hit like that. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Stepping in, Yordan Alvarez. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Paredes stands at second with no outs. Ripped into right center. Base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores, and they have the lead. It's an RBI single. It's 2-1.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
And now it's Christian Walker. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Kikuchi, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a changeup. At the belt and fires. On the inside corner for a strike.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
And that's downstairs. And it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Runner on the go. Late swing fouled off. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Couple of singles back to back. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
First and second, no outs. Diaz digs in now, and that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Just missed.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Swing and a miss. And now 2-2.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Fights it off. He'll see another. No outs. Runners at first and second. Struck him out swinging. The high heat too much on that one.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And next to hit for Houston, Jeremy Pena. Fouled off down the right side. Two on, 1 out. Lifted in the air down the left side. Ward pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Batting 7.
Now we check out the Astros lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singing.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Here's your 1. And the slider just misses. So now 1-2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Good job at damage control right there. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. On to the second inning now from Dyken Park. It's the Astros 2 and the Angels 1. here in Houston, new inning getting started. Here's the Angels catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. Valdez back to work. That's in there. That's strike one.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Around first, heading for two. And he starts off the second with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Anytime you can drive a ball into the
baseman,
gap the other way, it
Moncada.
feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And next for the Angels, Yoan Moncada. Ripped on a line to center. Myers makes the grab, and there's one away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind
Batting
yourself
eighth,
it's about
second
the
baseman,
process. He did
Luis
everything
Rengifo.
right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Luis Rengifo, the next to hit for the Angels. A switch hitter batting right.
Ball.
In the dirt.
Ball one, no strikes.
Tying run in scoring position here at the top of the second. And another ball. Eric Summersgill with home plate duty in this one. Kind of known for being generous with the corners, Chris.
You know, I think that used to be a lot bigger deal in past eras where pitchers were working more in and out with their pitches. But, yeah, we'll see if those corners come into play in this one. Hey, no pitcher's going to argue at all.
Swings and chases a low one there. That one
That's
off the
ball
mark, and the count is 3-1.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
And ball
Nope.
4, 2
Ball
aboard.
four.
Batting ninth, center fielder Joe Adele.
2 on, 1 out. And now the center fielder, Joe Adele. In the air on the infield. And the infield fly is called.
Up next for the Angels, left fielder
Taylor
Ward.
Ward will hit next. He walked and came around to score his first time up.
I know we're still early in the stages of this game, but this at-bat has the potential of being a difference maker. You've got to stay calm in the box.
Ball
Ball,
one
that's off the
there.
plate.
And fouled off. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run.
2 balls. 2
Squirts
strikes.
away a little bit. Count moves to 2-2 as the runners hold. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back here at Dyken
Leading
Park,
off
bottom of the
Astros.
second. Here's Mauricio
Right fielder,
Dubon.
Mauricio Dubon.
And that is out of play. Outside, 1-2 the count.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Next offering misses. It's 2-2. Hard hit right side. takes it himself and quickly one away in the second.
Batting ninth, center fielder, Jake
And stepping in for the
Myers.
Astros, Jake Myers. First pitch doesn't find the zone. High fly ball, shallow right field. Trout settles under this one and makes the grab. Out number 2.
Up next for the Astros.
So the lineup flips
Second
over.
baseman,
Jose Altuve up to hit here.
Altuve.
He led off the bottom of the first with a single and then came in to score. Inside,
Nope,
just missed. And a foul ball. Smoked into left, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Now the number 2 hitter, Isaac Paredes. A double and a run scored his first time up. And that one clips the corner.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
0-2.
And there's a ball.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Altuve leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
Ball, that's out.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. He sends it out of here, and they add to the lead. It's 4-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. That's off the mark. 1-0. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in at bottom half of inning number 2. Next offering upstairs.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Up and in, and now 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. 2 outs, bases empty. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
It's been a little bit of a shaky inning, but he's still in a good spot to get out of this thing without giving up any more runs. He's just got to turn the page and go after this next guy.
Walker in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Foul ball. Next offering is outside. Fouls one off. 2-2.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Swings and misses. Struck him out. Two-run shot for the Astros this inning. It's now a 4-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show.
See, every time you see me, I got something new.
And we're back. Here's Trout. This is a true five-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
This one in the air. Pena makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Jorge Soler, the next to hit for the Angels. 0 for 1 so far. That's a little bit low.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
One down, base is empty. That's a strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Cut out and missed. Curveball struck him out.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Shonowell in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And that one hit to first, and that's just foul. That's to third. Slings it across. Angels retired 1-2-3. Angels go quietly there, and they trail it 4-1. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the last of the third. And here is Yainer Diaz. First pitch misses.
Well, I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start.
That's off the inside corner. Now 2-0.
Well, these Astros doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. Pitch count is pretty high, and they've played it 4 runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now.
There's a strike.
So they forced the starter to put in a lot of work, and they've been able to get to him for some runs, and hopefully that bullpen phone is working today.
And a foul ball. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I'll tell you what, he earned that walk.
And at first, Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. He's 0 for 1. outside corner. There's a strike.
There was a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
That's in there. 0-2.
Absolutely frozen on that heater right down the middle, and that's a pitch you're just not getting back. Now he's in a tough spot, especially after falling behind on a good first pitch.
That one misses, and the count is 1-2. Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
So next up for Houston, Chas McCormick. Struck out swinging his first time. Just missed.
That's the ball.
Man at first, 1 away. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3. It's a double play, and that'll do it for the inning. Offense held in check there. 3 innings complete. It's the Astros 4 and the Angels 1. On to the 4th. So in now for the Angels, Zach Neto. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. And a curve drops in for a strike.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
That pitch in for a strike. 0-2 now.
0-2 is the count.
Ground ball left side. Throws to first, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
Now batting, catcher Logan O'Hoppe.
Logan O'Hoppe, the next to hit for the Angels. Doubled in his first AB.
Let's go, Astros! Come on, Astros!
Ripped to short. The throw to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
Up next for the Angels, third baseman Yoan Moncada.
Here is Yoan Moncada. He's 0 for 1. Moncada measures 6 feet 2 inches, 220 pounds, and he was born in Cuba. That's hard hit on the line. Myers makes the play, and that is that. Angels go down 1-2-3, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Back here in Houston, John Chami and Chris Singleton with you, and leading off the bottom of the 4th, Mauricio Dubon. Pop foul out of play off to the right.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Gets the call. No balls, 2 strikes. High in the air, out to right. Trout makes the grab, and a quick out, number 1.
Now batting,
Jake Myers
center fielder.
Up next for the Astros. Fly to right his first time. He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left, bat right.
You make a note of those guys because it's just different. It's like, man, you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed.
1 out, bases empty. Fastball for a strike at 95.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake.
Just missing there. Now 1 and 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
And next to hit for Houston, Jose Altuve. He's 2 for 2. First pitch just misses.
That's ball 2.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering is in for a strike.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
2 down, nobody on. Headed down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. This one popped up. Neto squeezes it. That is the inning. Nothing doing here this half. We played 4. It's the Astros 4 and the Angels 1. Back here in Houston, we go to the top of the 5th, and now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Luis Rengifo. Valdez back to work. That missed by a lot, and that's ball 1.
You know, these Angels finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Cut on and lifted in the air. Dubon hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Joe Adell.
Here's Joe Adell. He popped out his first time. And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball 1. And that's down and away. And that's downstairs and outside. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Hard on the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Taylor Ward.
Back to the top of the Angels lineup. Here's the left fielder, Taylor Ward. A strikeout and a walk. Curveball over for a called strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul. That's out of play.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And that skips in the dirt. Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
He's got it. And that is out number 3.
Now pitching for
So the Angels turn to their bullpen for a new
Number
pitcher,
52.
Hans Kraus.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for
Leading
him.
off for the Astros.
Now the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. He's
Isaac
already homered here in this one.
Paredes.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, these Astros putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Let's get the win, Astros.
Just missed. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one back there. Gone into the Crawford boxes. A home run. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they boost their lead. It's 5-1. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Here's Yordan Alvarez. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And now the first baseman, Christian Walker. 1 for 2.
Walker.
There's the strike.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Next offering misses down and away.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
That one drilled left field. He dives, but he can't make the catch. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And stepping in for the Astros, Yainer Diaz, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it. When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss.
Trout snags it on the run.
Now batting, the shortstop, Jeremy Pena.
And stepping in is the speedy Jeremy Pena. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Adele makes the catch, and that's the third out. One more for the Astros, and it comes on this solo homer. It's now 5-1. Back after this on the show. And we're back. Here's Mike Trout.
Right fielder,
Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. The pitch.
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
And another ball.
No strike.
They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Next offering is in for a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Hit on the ground to short. Pena throws across the diamond. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Now batting, designated hitter, Jorge Soler.
Jorge Soler, the next to hit for the Angels. Swinging a foul straight back. The Angels down by 4, and we're the top half of the 6th. Way out front for strike 2.
0-2.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. One down, base is empty. And that's in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That misses. 2-2. Rip to third. In the dirt. Nice pick.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Nolan Shanuel. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Two outs. That's off the mark, and 1-1. Just missed.
Ball 2.
Looked like it was a little bit up.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Myers makes the catch, inning over. 3 up, 3 down that time. 7, 8, 9, 2 up in the home half of the inning. It's the Astros 5 and the Angels 1. Well, we go bottom 6, and stepping in for the Astros, Chas McCormick.
Chas McCormick.
And first offering is fouled off. pitch is outside, ball one.
Ball two.
And a ground ball to first, and it goes just foul. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
Dubon now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
0-1.
The other way. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Now batting, center fielder, Jake
2 outs,
Myers.
base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Jake Myers. Just missed. In the dirt, and it's 2-0. Swing and a grounder foul first base side. That clips the corner. The 2-2 on the way. This one lifted in the air, left field. Ward under it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We're through 6 full. It's the Astros 5 and the Angels 1. Back here at Dyken Park, all set for the start of the inning. Now at the plate, Zach Neto. The Halos in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
That one missed.
1-1.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice two-strike pitch, though.
Ohapi up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at one down low. That's too low, and that's ball 2. And that one pulled foul. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. This to 3rd. Paredes fires over to 1st. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, 3rd baseman, Yoan Moncada.
2 down, base is empty. And next for L.A., Yoan Moncada. On the ground to third, Paredes. In plenty of time to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. Seventh inning stretch time. It's the Astros 5 and the Angels 1.
Now pitching for
So
the
they turn to the
Angels.
lefty in this spot,
Number
Jose
65.
Quijada.
Jose Quijada.
Back to the top of the order. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Jose Altuve.
There's a line drive to left field. That's a base hit, and the leadoff man aboard.
Up next.
So up next, Isaac Paredes. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
Quijada goes 5 feet 11 inches, 215 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela.
Inside, ball 1. Let's go, Astros. Come on, Astros.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Let's go, Astros.
On the ground to first. They get one.
Out.
Out with the pitcher covering. It's a 3-6-1 double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
2 outs, base is empty. Air Jordan steps in to take his hats. Swinging a foul out of play. Two down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes.
And he chases that one. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Astros are down quietly. They're up 5-1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Caleb Ort.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
So digging in, Luis Rengifo.
Second baseman, Luis Rengifo.
Fastball for a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Activity in the Houston bullpen. Ryan King getting loose out there. Popped up. Diaz moving under this one. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, center fielder Joe Adell.
Joe Adell, the next to hit for the Angels. And first offering is fouled off. And downstairs.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. The Angels down by 4, and we're in the top of the 8th. That's a ball, went with the sweeper. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Pulled the string of the changeup.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And next for the Angels, Taylor Ward. Ball 1 there.
Counts 1-0.
And another
Inside,
ball.
ball 2.
And there's a foul ball. Out to short. Whips it to first. Angels retired 1-2-3. Angels held in check. They're down here 5-1. Back here in Houston, bottom of the 8th. And here's the first baseman, Christian Walker. Quijada back to work. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
And that one is inside ball 1. Pitch is in there. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. To third, Moncada sends it across to first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Batting, catcher Yainer Diaz.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Yainer Diaz. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Down the middle for a strike. And the count 1-1.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
That's ball 2.
Off the mark there. And a full count now.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Now batting, shortstop.
One down. Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Runner on the move. Up the middle. Rengifo gets it to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
Now batting, left fielder.
Now the left fielder, Chas McCormick. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a hard hit grounder to third. Fair ball. Coming home. He'll score easily. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Trying for 2. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Astros 6 and the Angels 1.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Luis Contreras.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
And now, Mike Trout. There's a strike. And that clips the inside corner. Good eye in that spot.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Got him swinging. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Now it's the DH for the Angels, Jorge Soler. And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the 9th. On the ground to third, and foul ball. 1 down, base is empty. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Shanoel, the next to hit, takes ball 1. And that'll do it.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
6-1 is your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.